Hey everybody, it's Dr. Susan Bernstein with day 3 of Get Real About Work, where I share with you some ways to get real about work, especially in the chaotic future of work. Well, I want to share with you a story that happened to me just yesterday when I was at the Esalen Institute in beautiful Big Sur, California. I was filming day 2's Get Real About Work video, and a woman came up to me right afterward and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And Marie, this woman, had been in one of the workshops that I teach there, Crafting Careers That Truly Fit, a career change workshop. And I said, "Well, I'm recording this video about Get Real About Work." Well, she misheard me and she said, "Oh, get rid of work. That's great." I said, "Really? You think it's great to get rid of work?" And she said, "Work is a dirty four-letter word. And, it's a drudge and it's boring." And I said, "Hang on. What did you get out of the workshop that I taught?" And I'll share with you one of the exercises that I do with people during that workshop because it may help shift your ideas about work. One of the things I ask people to do is to get a piece of paper and write down their first associations with the word work. You could do that right now. Go ahead and pause the video. Don't worry, I'll be here when you get back. Um, but really, what I find is that people write down things like work is a drudge, work is a bore, work is something I have to do, I do work just for the money. And of course, they're going to hate work if that's what work is about. I also have some people write down things like work is a joy, work is a way I have meaning in my life, work is an expression of who I am. So, what I encourage people to do is to take anything that feels negative on the list and turn it around and say, what do you want work to mean to you? What do you ideally want? And the things that feel positive, leave those on the list or tune those up even more. Get more of what you're really wanting out of work. Because the way you think about work really does affect how you experience work. So, anyway, the whole philosophy here, this idea that I don't think people want to get rid of their work, quite honestly. Now, if you've hated work for a long time, you may need a break from work to get away from it and recreate something fresh. But I actually find that people want to work if they're doing things that are meaningful in their lives, that we all have an urge to contribute, an urge to be needed and seen in our talents and our gifts. So, what I would ask you is, what are the talents and gifts that you're wishing people could see? What is it that's within you that's wanting to be birthed, that's wanting to come out into the world? And how might you turn that into a livelihood? Did you notice I didn't use the word work there? Sometimes that word work is so loaded that I encourage people to use the word livelihood. It brings them alive. Well, if you think about what it is you'd like to do as a livelihood and you're stumped for what to do with it, get together with some friends and brainstorm. What could the possibilities be? I watch people do some really innovative things. I've watched one of my clients who loves, loves, loves to make cookies, create her own business, creating cookies for people at custom events. I've also seen people who have a specific talent. I've seen people go off and turn their talent for helping other people build businesses into being a business coach. People get really creative about what it is that they love. I've seen people who love poetry create a poem a day that they sell for a low subscription rate, but each person gets a poem and they're subscribed to it and they're making some money, even if it's money on the side. I saw a client of mine who loves gardening and gift wrapping create a garden gift business. So, what is it that you could offer into the world with your talents, your gifts? Some of those you may want to monetize, and some of those, if that's not right for you, keep doing the work that you're doing, but see that work not as a drudge, a bore, something that's sapping your life energy, but something that's feeding your ability to do your livelihood, what brings you alive in the world. So I'd love to hear your feedback about what it is that you really want to do in the world, what it is that helps you, that's real about the work you want to bring in out in the world, as opposed to work that's a drudge and a bore. How are you redefining work so that you get to do it on your terms? Love to hear from you. Leave your comments on the blog, and also love to hear from you about what else you'd like to see in this Get Real About Work series. Thanks so much. It's Dr. Susan Bernstein from Work From Within.